New viewers, gentlemen, look behind me. You just landed on the channel with by far the most X-rated, sexiest charts in all of crypto, and arguably, like we're getting ready to see, sometimes for multiple days in a row, the most accurate predictor of tomorrow's price and next week's price, multiple days in a row. Not for always and forever. I have my moments. Where I'm way off. But we're going to see here, we've really been on it. And I don't think you can find anybody else around who has done what we have done here in this community here. And I'll show you. I got the tabs open, get ready to show you what the updates were in the community and exactly where price went. I think I was off by $34 today, way before the move happened. And the day before, it was even more precise. And so I've essentially started off 2 public videos in a row saying, hey, especially new viewers, I'm not always this perfect. Like, it's not always this exact, which it's not. But sexiest charts and women, ladies, I'm not done yet. I got something for you. Just chill. Okay? But we're actually not going to use the pretty charts today. We don't need it. It's just pretty. All right, women, let me get my dumb ass off of here. I'm not your surprise. There you go. If you want something pretty to look at, there you go. Okay? I asked Prompt Hero or Midjourney or whatever, you know, like the most amazingly handsome blonde spiky hair man or spiky hair man in the world or something stupid. There you go. That's for you. But that thumbnail, actually, the reason I have it up is not for that. That just kind of worked out. February 23rd, if you want to see precise, look for that thumbnail on February freaking 23rd. And that is the reason why I'm making this video, because somebody came on my channel being a nice smartass, and my response was also as a nice smartass. You know, we're both kind of joshing each other, not in kind of hard, but he was being nice about it, and so was I. A nice mean. Does that make sense? Let me go to the 2-hour chart though, so I can go back to the 23rd. Take off all this colorful stuff that I don't really use very much. Or the rainbow stuff, at least. And that video covers, so the person who made a smartass comment, I want to help not just that person, because I like your attitude, man. Like, you know, you felt that you were right about something. You're getting ready to learn that you were wrong, but if you haven't already, because I backtracked you and you backpedaled a little bit. But I'm glad you left that comment, because if I am wrong about something, and, you know, even though you didn't take the awesome information that only my channel gave you here before that huge pullback, as everybody else on YouTube was bullish, mostly everybody. I mean, there's no reason to be bearish unless you have the tools, utilize the tools I do and see price the way I do. It was a risky call, but I said some very strong words about price. I got very confident in a very risky scenario. Using micro first lower highs, and said you'd be like something. He mentioned his smartass comment. He mentioned being sarcastic. I'm so humble, so that's why he's going to be so nice, which is cool. I appreciate it. That's good. I don't know. That's nice. I like it. I like mean humor. I do. I really do. It took my wife about 10 years to understand it, and no, about 4 years to understand it, about 6 years more, so 10 in total, to finally fire back at me and feed me my own medicine. So I appreciate it. But I need to let you know that if you can view price and view somebody freaking telling you that something nobody else on the whole planet is telling you, and if you take it that way that you did, that mentality is going to make you leave the next bull market watching everything go down at least 80%. And I want to help you, because we have about a year or more before it's a raging bull market. And in this video, I'm also going to show you why that is the case. Even if the bottom's in, you're not going to have a raging bull market yet. I will show you in the charts. That'll be the last thing we do. But first, we obviously have the sexiest charts. Second, I'm going to show you, sometimes days on end, I have by far the most precise charts. And again, sometimes I'll biff for 6, you know, sometimes I'll say I won't guess, and I think it's going to go sideways, and it does, but the range is, you know, 6% chopping up and down instead of the 2.5 or something. But I usually, when I call sideways, it does go sideways, usually pretty for a pretty long time. Often I usually start calling that after 4 days of sideways, and I guess how long, which in the I've made a pretty good few sideways calls in my community. I urge them not to trade during those times if there's not going to be enough volatility in a range. Because even with, if you're using high, crazy 50x, which is actually what I've been trading recently, with a lot of precision, a lot of luck too. I just closed a 31% trade. I only closed it, raw price about 0.7 something percent in profit. But on 50x, it's a 31% trade right there. Boom. And I gave a VIP alert too for it. The first one in a while because I haven't felt well enough to aggressively trade. And yeah. So that was the first one I've done in a while. And there you go. And I've done 3 follow-ups from that trade as well. And I'm not going to show you that here. So precise charts. Oops, wrong one. All right. This was this morning's. This was from this morning. And if you want to see it, actually, today, this is New York time, New York. I was up early because I've been having sleeping problems, but this time I fell asleep nicely, but I didn't stay asleep. But I still got over 5 hours, and then I got 7 hours twice in a row. Anyway, this was today, okay? All right, watch. I'm going to go to the 1 hour chart to show you, and I know I'm off of here. Ladies, you're welcome. My face isn't on anymore. I get it. All right. So, does that look familiar? Oops, doesn't look familiar to that. Oop, that's later. Come on, Tim. Hey. I want you to watch me fumble around in my tabs, and then I'll ninja this shit in the charts. But using tabs, I guess, is a little bit too complex for me. All right, check this out. Okay, look at the shape. Ignore, so that red box and the green box, the teal box, I have taken off of there. It was mostly to help people visualize the depth to which algos typically like to run a failure pattern, often a rejection failure pattern or a failure rejection pattern above, right? So this is my anticipation. Do you see how it's well above the only wick up, that green? So this green wick over here, or my hut, see that? So I just kind of gauged it, right? That was from this morning. We're going to replay. It was about right there or so. Maybe a little bit more. Right there or so. 7. Yeah, that's the set. It was on that candle. Exactly. See it on the bottom. It says 7. That's my time. That's New York. All right. Okay, you ready? Now I'm going to go to the 15-second. Actually, no, that's a little too small. And, all right, here we go. All right, you ready? Remember the number? Let's see, which tab was it? Shit. Dang it. Dang it. Right, it's the first tab. I told you. I'm a ninja of the charts, but sometimes I'm a dumbass. See that? Okay, now watch. What does that number say up top? 28,870, right? All right. Ready? I'll tell you when it, well, actually, no, that did a dip and rip. I was going to say, I'll tell you right before it goes up, but then I missed it. I actually didn't see that coming. I can usually tell right when it's going to go, but that one didn't really give a signal. So that's why I was on the 1 hour chart, because you couldn't see it without it. Look, that was giving a signal. And so it was based off of the dip and then the hour flipped green, because that closed above all this range. And then you get a pullback, continuation of the pullback on the next 1 hour. When that flipped, I think I did it when it flipped green, right? Yeah, so see how that's green? Boom. So, whoa, no. That was 2 candles before. I gave the update right. Oh, I did. I gave it right there because I gave it, yeah, that's right. I gave it right when it was closing a candle above all this. And it did dip pretty good, but then had I been knocked out of a trade, I would have seen that when this candle flipped green, I would have zoomed in here. So I'd mark off the daily open. Watch. So let's say I got kicked out of that trade, which had I traded it, I would have. And I'll say, I think I did trade it. I did trade it. I did get stopped out, actually. I don't know if I re-entered though. I might have been like doing a video and on VIP call or something, or cooking breakfast for my wife who's not. who's all cramped up or whatever you ladies want to call it, and then, or no tampon or whatever. Leave a comment, period, no tampon. Well, there you go. All right. And then here we go. So I'm kind of treating her like a princess a little extra today. All right, so then go into the, the 15 freaking second. And let's mark off the hour. Why is this saying 9? Oh, because I gave the update way over there, right. So I would have been stopped out. The hour candle's here. Oops, damn. To the 15-second precision, that's on that candle, the hour opened. So that's why the hour open is the exact same as that 15-second candle open. Do you see that? That's the 1 hour open. So the 1 hour flipped red. And then I don't use a lot of indicators in this bear market, but you know what? That's why I didn't re-enter. That wasn't for people. That's not for human consumption. So that's why I didn't get in. Never mind. But what did the daily update say? So price had been moving around like sloppy dog food, untradeable, not for human consumption. I was saying, if that trend changes, which it has, I've closed 2 trades in profit after that. So that was the last dog food. And then it actually became tradable with normal lower highs that normal people can trade who aren't essentially trying to add to their shorts, blasting price up, right? Because we don't have $10 million or 50, even 50 now in a bear market. Yeah, bear market, it might only be 20. You might need like $20 million spread evenly across like 3 exchanges to move price about 2% or so. But we don't have that, so we don't trade those moves because they're not tradable for us. They're only really tradable for the ones doing it, or the group of perhaps hedge funds or banks or whatever. Or sometimes it might be banks versus hedge funds or whatever, like hedge funds trying to race into like the either stops or liquidations and form a liquidity to then enter the opposite trade. Yeah, there's sometimes algos or Warren versus algos because the vast majority of what Bitcoin is doing is not from people. Less than 10% of all trading volume is from retail, which means everything else are algorithmic related or high frequency trading and all that stuff, right? But half of the actual order book volume, actually it's more than that, at any given time on a reputable exchange, half of all the order book are spoof orders. That's already been confirmed across multiple countries. And some of them, it's up to 90%, or over 90%. Anyway, yeah, that's why I didn't enter, because it didn't give any signal. I was going to say, here's how you would enter that, but actually you wouldn't have. And what did this say? Yeah, the price is sloppy, so you might not be able to trade it. All right, but anyway, let's experience this. How high did this baby go? Remember that number? Getting kind of 28,870, right? Where my cursor is, right? Okay, all right, so it would have kicked me out of the trade, and I wouldn't have been able to. But that's why I just closed it short, because I missed this. That was horrible price action on the micro time frame, because I trade really high leverage right now, and so I have to have perfect setups. I can't just I can't enter over an area on 5x. Or no, you can do that on 5x, but not on 50. It has to be perfect. You have to be a setup snob. All right. Remember that number. Let's pause that. 28,870. You might remember it, but again, my dumbass just forgot, so. 28,870. What time is it now? Now it's noon. That just crossed noon. And I gave the alert at 7 something. This right here is the 15-minute 200 EMA. This is the 200 EMA of the 15 second. It's a pretty special EMA. It really is. I really like it a lot. You get a lot of fake outs. You get a lot of moves without continuation, sure, but you can really see intent on it. So I don't necessarily get it for signals. I use it because I can tell like volume candles off of and all that. Like there's a lot of intent. Like let's really stare at it. Can we rewind that? hell is that candle doing? Wait, it just skipped over it. What? I rewinded it for a purpose, Tradingview. I mean, come on now. There we go. Hey, you like that? Alright, that's why I use it. Oh, you like that? It's pretty good, huh? Yeah. Remember that number. Remember it. And in the community, oh man. Ooh. 28,901. Oops, I almost said 30. Yeah, it's closer to 32 actually. Yeah, about 32 bucks off. It's not always that good, but it was just them taking out high leverage. It's just taking out high leverage traders there. That's all it is. And it usually does it about the same percentage. And I don't even measure anymore because I'm used to so many time frames. I can just eyeball it. I just kind of know where they're going to go with it or what their main option is, right? Now, other times though, I'm not as precise, especially during dog food crap, like untradeable for humans events like this. Bart Simpson patterns are not for you to trade. That's not for you to trade. That broke out of a major trend line, like on the daily chart. I mean, but we're looking at it on a very small chart. This is the 3-minute. And so this is why I don't like to blindly. So this is how I precision trade 50x so a lot of people, would use the 4-hour candle closure, the 1-hour candle closure, this and that, No, I just wait. If I want to short this line, well, I mean, I can see if it's going to go below it or not. I mean, here's your first hint. That candle's your second hint because it made a lower low to that low and a lower high to that high. But here you had a higher high and a higher low, first lower low, first lower high. I like the micro. So within this setup, right, I like it consecutive second lower high and a second lower low right at it. And that usually leaves that area. So I'm not over here on something like the 1-hour chart. So let's view it a little differently, how you might see on other channels. Like, and honestly, to be fair, I used to do this too, because I traded 5x. Like this style works on 5x. It really does. Because you can enter on Bitcoin usually over about a 3 or 4% range, but your orders up. Yeah, that's only one per fuck yeah. 5x, I would have nailed this too. Honestly, yeah, this would have been easy. Actually, I would have been entering shorts from here to there, because that looks like it's only 2%. And my larger, yeah, it's exactly. Look at that shit. Damn, I am on it. Look at that. How the hell? Man, this is weird. This is almost too good. But anyway, so. But on high leverage, you can't do that. You have to wait till you can get a sign that it's leaving. So it was in that 1/2% area. But how long? Let's go to the 1 minute now. So this is how I trade nowadays on high leverage. Plus a lot of especially recently acquired discipline. Now that I'm not B1 and B12 deficient and going crazy. So this is the 1 minute chart. It's even better on the 15-second if I can go back that far. But I don't want to bore you with that. Anyway, I mean, you can tell, like, I don't need to just have orders up here. No. Well, we remember that magic line? Well, that's the magic line on the 1 minute. And lower low. Okay, good. Now I'm on entry alert. Okay, so maybe this orange line will squeeze price below there. Huh, what happened? Boom. So no reason to guess, just wait. And that was, if you watch my public video, so I haven't made a lot of public videos recently. Not the most recent one, which I suggest you watch. It's a really good one. Gosh, it's almost like a tutorial video on things that you can take with you to the bull market in 2024 or 2025, whenever the hell it happens. Probably 2020, I would say late 2024 it begins. But and then you get a 33% dip. Yeah, so there'll probably be a massive rally late 2024, followed by a 33% correction, like always every year it's ever happened. Every year it's happened in Bitcoin history besides 2015. within a 45-day window on each side of New Year's. So it's a 90-day window total, but start the 0 line is New Year's Day, and the negative 45-day line is, before Christmas, or it's around Thanksgiving or something. And then the other one is like February something, right? Middle of February 15th. Every year but 2015, you've had a 33% correction or larger. Is that right? It might be 29 or greater. Most of them are around 33 to 36, but I think one hit 27 or 29. So 30% roughly, rounding up for one or greater, okay? All right. But just weird stuff like that and I don't even think that was one of the things in there. Okay. But I just told you what you can expect for the next cycle. Or you can use the January 1st video on my prediction. Okay. Anyway, that's how I do that. All right. Now, even though this was dog food trash price action, I didn't want to trade it at all. I stayed the hell away from that price, and I even let everybody know. Actually, that was my video for 2 videos ago. This is dog food, right? Don't do this. Okay. And then sometimes when I don't, this was the dog food. Shit, this was during it. Okay, perfect. So while this was happening, it looked like a real breakout, right? So this was the update during this. I mean, look, does this look? That's it. That's the same thing. Look, I think price was like, about, it took out, it was about right there, right? Let's see. Did my chart say at the bottom about 1200 hours? It said 1330. So it's way over here. Interesting. All right, watch this on the 15-second though. Appreciate this. Watch. Just watch how pretty price is. Just stare at it. Watch. If you understand how it behaves, you'll be able to just look at price, and over time, it might take a few years, you'll just be able to tell. Like with a very high precision. But it takes a long time, and it takes a lot of getting it wrong too. There you go. So that's what it looked like there. And this whole time after it got trapped under that magic, that's the same one that I showed you earlier. You had a whole minute to react. Is that a long time? No. But if you're looking for a short, it's better than just freaking guessing, right? Is it going to keep going? Well, here, fuck yeah, it definitely looked like it was going to. But here, did it look like it was going to? No. Could you know that by using the 15 or even 30 minute or 1 hour or 4 hour chart? No. No way. You would have been hoping and praying. You would have no damn clue, would you? Neither did I. Until I started really studying the micro time frames. Because I already have Bitcoin price, the whole chart memorized on the weekly and monthly. I could even tell you the month of September of 2017. Oh no, that was I know that right off the top of my head because I guessed that it was like 3 videos ago. Which one should we choose? October, November of 2020. Those are my favorite 2 candles and all monthly candles in all Bitcoin price history. It's when the bull market started, and I got it perfectly right, and I did a very good play on a personal level before I was a YouTuber. They're my favorite candles. So that's when price the bull market was confirmed, when the monthly I think October closed red, but it had bounced off both the weekly 10 and the monthly 21. If you don't believe me, I got Bitcoin price. Like I'm a student on the chart, yo. So let's go to a much. I think October was red. It was either September was red. No, I think October was red, and then November is where it started getting hot. Or it might have been September red, October closed. Damn it. It was October's red. Let's see. Oh, I should know exactly. Maybe I don't know. Come on, please be October, not September. That's September. Shit. It was September's red. Damn it. Yeah, I was off 1 month. Sorry. So I don't have it. I have the weekly pretty good. But all right. Sorry. So this was where the bull market officially started. And if you throw on the monthly 10 EMA, it becomes so much clearer, especially with understanding how it works. There it is. So even though September was a red month, the bull market started on October 1st. Or whenever you were confident that it was going to close above, but man, Bitcoin can go down in 1 hour like 10%. So it wasn't like a certain thing until actually October 1st candle started. But that's when the bull market started, okay? Right. Looks fairly similar, but in this video I'm going to show you why it's actually not, okay? It's actually more similar to this. On all other time frames, it is more similar to this. And so instead of the red candle closing above and finding buy pressure above it, everything that led to this is the most similar, right? Although, I won't lie, monthly 10 is supporting the idea that it's going to be a potential bull market, but I'm going to show you why that's not true. So you have to know when rules are broken, and this is a definite rule breaking. Oh, well, it's not definite. I take that back. It is absolutely nothing's definite. That was stupid to say. Right, so let's check this out. So this is the second thing I want to do in the video, is I want to show you real quick why, the person who came on my recently, it's fine. You can leave smart ass comments. That's cool. But, and you don't have to, don't stop. It's great. It helps the algo, so screw it. In the spirit of mean humor, which I enjoy, let's keep it rocking. But I want to help you, because if you approach price with not just the mentality, but the confidence that that's the right mentality, you're not going to do well next bull market. So I want to help you change that. Right here, right freaking now, okay? So let me stop showboating, and I want to help you. But this is at 27 minutes, all right? So here the help begins after so the reason I also did that is not just for new viewers. Whoever you left that comment, plus I would say 15% of people who regularly view, who often, who might be convinced that I'm going to be dead wrong and that it's the bull market. I bet a quarter of you, even though you respect what I do here, I bet deep down you've bought altcoins. And so what's happening is, here, let me get rid of price so you're not distracted by all that sexiness behind me. That's probably worse, huh? What does it mean? What does it mean? Oh, I have this up when I tried to warn people this is going down 70%. And then I even made a follow-up video because I got so many people saying, you're an idiot. It's virtually impossible to go down. And I made a follow-up video, essentially, please. Yeah, that's the only reason why this is saved on my background thing. And it went down so much lower. But I didn't want to tell them lower numbers because I knew they weren't going to believe that. But they didn't even believe 70% crash. Oh man, it only took my targets about 30 days to be hit. Poor man. Is that mana? Yeah, I think, yeah. I made 2 mana videos 2 days in a row because all the hater comments, and I knew I was going to be right because it was exceptionally high probability. All right, we can use this. So, or we can use Stoner Joe's Lounge. Let's not use that. We're not. All right, this is kind of cool. Maybe that's better. All right. So I don't want you distracted. Sarcastic said something about me being humble. That's why you're going to be nice. Okay. That's good sarcasm. And so I am talking not just to you, but even if you don't watch this video, but anybody who has that, I know the feeling. It's just hard to describe because I've had it before. I've been that person and I was very wrong. I would say belief is the right word. Believing something related to price, especially and the belief is rooted in the idea that you bought it already. You have DCA'd. Hell. Must have really been leaning on my hand. Damn. Shit. You've already DCA'd into alts. And Bitcoin, oh, I can't see anymore. And Bitcoin going down to lower lows below 15.5, that means bad news for what you just bought. And your brain doesn't want to hear any of it, right? And so I think that's why you could leave such a comment where nobody else let you know here, exactly on that day, February 23rd, this thumbnail. That was the first of those thumbnails that I used. You can't find anybody else letting you know before any continuation up, I said. And you mentioned how cocky I was and how confident I was, right? Okay. And you left that comment like yesterday because price is close to 30K, right? So how dare you say only, it's foolish to be bullish. I was using strong words because the statistics were heavily on my side and no one else could see it. I was just trying to warn you, but now you know. But you didn't use the information right. And so I'm going to show you what you did wrong from a mental perspective. Like maybe you didn't do anything wrong. Like it might be hard for your amygdala not to fire off and begin a parasympathetic response of like a fight or flight or a freeze response. Probably not a shutdown response. So hopefully you don't go there. That's what happened to me when I was low on B1. I kept getting stuck in the freeze response of those four. That the vagus nerve, the vagal tone will push you. But I don't want to mess up. So if I say something the wrong way, given that you were so confident with your cocky statement, and I'm cocky sometimes too. I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like honestly, mean and cocky, like oh cool, bring it on. I love it. I like this. I get along with people like that. It's cool. But I can't have a beer with you because I don't drink anymore. My sobriety birthday was April 27th, so I'm 370 days dry, right? And it took me almost exactly 1 year to get healthy. Whew. Like literally, I've only felt better for about 10 days. So it's almost exactly at 1 year, as crazy as that is. It was all B1 and B12 and maybe B9 and magnesium, but mostly B1 and 12. Almost died. Lost 42 pounds. I didn't have 42 pounds to lose. I couldn't walk for 4 days, right? Anyway, so you and everybody else who might have bought altcoins, and the idea of downside is painful. So what you did was you ignored the pain, and now that it's back up at 30K, you're blaming me for saying it there, right? That's what you've done. You have ignored the pain. It's up at 30K. Haha, that Cosasverdes guy, he was wrong. I'm going to tell him how cocky he is by being sarcastic and saying humble. I get it. I understand your approach. But you need to listen. Like, listen to me here. I want to help you. And anybody else for whom it doesn't make sense why it's valuable, and you should say thank you for being the only person to have told me this, so I can sell into the last bit of this rally on the last lower high or the first lower high. It's the first one. So I could get more Bitcoin at a 20% discount. I was only calling for about 17% from that point. I was saying it might stop at 21 to 21.6. Okay. If you can see, it says 20, like 18, 17%. Right. On February 23rd. Right. And so that's what you did. You probably had Bitcoin or your altcoins, right? And the whole time this happened, you're like, oh man, like, man, that dude was totally right. He was wrong, right? Okay, all right, so that's what you did. And that's where you're coming from. So, and I want you to know, I understand what you were thinking. And I want to correct that thinking because it's going to hurt you. It will probably, like, honestly, it can make the difference of a life locking in life-changing money next bull run and coming home with like 3x 8 months after the bear market begins. Or yeah, 8 months after I tell you that it's 50% chance of being a bear market. Instead of having profit even before I said those words. because I don't call the bear market. Well, actually, no, I get bearish pretty fast. I was a month early last time in March. And that's when I was a brand new YouTuber, 2021. Don't believe me? Go to all my videos. One has a big poop on it, if you can go back that far. And it says massive dump, and I show you all the reasons why. I was 2 months early, but it barely squeaked out any higher high, so I essentially hit the right range. And then I flipped bullish 2 days before the drop. Biggest mistake, and I won't make that mistake again. So I did make a mistake there. May 21st, 2021. Okay. All right. So let's figure out what is it, or no. Let me tell you how you should approach that. Okay. Right. And then if you don't like it, actually no. As I do this, here's how I think that somebody who knows how to use the information from somebody who freaking nails price when nobody else does, how would I have used that information? I'm not going to tell you why your mentality was wrong. Well, yeah, I mean, it should be obvious. It's like, geez, like you can buy it cheaper. What are you talking about, man? Like, but that's what's going through my head. But I don't want to say that to you because it doesn't help the understanding. Because it seems like if you were on my channel here, you saw my target be hit and more. The bottom of my channel that I already had here, right? I already had it here. And then you wait to come back to say it over here. Okay? All right. So here's how I would have used that information. All right. So, okay. I understand that, yeah, relative strength is reducing per that beautiful yellow triangle I had here and all the descriptive stuff that you had there. Okay, I understand. So you got that part, right? Because you referred to that video. I said strong words about anybody who's bullish. I was trying to convince you and the reason I said that, because I looked on Twitter before I got permanently suspended for accidentally having the subscribe things pop up that might pop up here. And if you haven't done that so far, do it because you are in the Cosasverdes zone. And you're gonna have you hopefully are gonna get your mind blown. But I got permanently suspended. Anyway, before I got permanently suspended, for those little pop-up things that I didn't even realize it was breaking the rules, everybody was bullish. The people whom I follow on YouTube, other analysts, just to make sure I'm not way off with my own. Like I look at about 4 other people, not because I need their TE to compare to mine, but I need to know if I'm missing something. Am I being a bonehead like in May of 2021? And I'm missing the fact that all altcoins are in a daily uptrend, a 4-hour uptrend, a 1-hour uptrend. Am I ignoring the fact that Bitcoin broke its daily trend just like it did yesterday? Or 2 days ago, whenever I covered that, right? It might have been yesterday. So it just broke it again, but in a different way. It broke it with a lower high, the first lower high, as opposed to the first lower low, which is what happened in May 2021. And I probably, those few days, didn't use those resources to make sure I wasn't missing anything obvious like that. I just used other resources to make sure I wasn't missing anything obvious. Or that I don't miss anything obvious. But honestly, I haven't watched anybody in like 3 months. And I've been killing it. Including this, right? But at that time, I was watching YouTubers, even good ones. Everybody. There was no reason, like, why would you be bearish here, right? Right. So the way I would approach that is, I would have said, you know what? I don't like what this guy says. But maybe after a few days that it goes down, and then it goes down more, and then later he told me to please draw this channel, and here's how to do it, and then it goes down more and gets rejected, and then stutter steps at his next line, and then bounces right at his bottom line. Like, maybe I should go back. Maybe there's something to that. Because had I understood what he said, I could have gotten Bitcoin for 20% cheaper, even lower than what he said. Like, thank you for that, right? Like, that's how I would have approached it. Because I would, here, let's rewind it. Like, this is how it would have happened. If I were, because I'm class of 2017, right? My dumbass watched my stuff. I didn't understand anything. Like, it took me like 6 months of watching people talk about this crap to even understand what the hell I'm listening to, right? So it was right here. It was actually on this one. It was on this day. It was on that bump up. It was this. I was saying lower high. Look, because it hit my line. That was already there. And then the yellow triangle that I put, that's not there. Like, come on, you're welcome, right? But here's what would have happened had I been you. And in disbelief, right? So you in disbelief, but then I still disbelieve, but then I'm me now, right? But you know what I mean, right? If I could go back and put my 2018 self in your shoes, also disbelieving this dude on YouTube that I obviously didn't understand fully. And I'm trying to help you. So just please, geez, hear me out here. That's the day, all right? So here's what I would have done. I said, that dude's dumbass. Yep, it just went up higher. That dude's a dumbass. Well, it's gonna bounce. It's fine. See, that dude's a dumbass. He's a dumbass. Yep, see how stupid he is? Wait, well, that is the area he asked me to make the exact point of control. Well, he's still probably a dumbass, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna watch that video. How could he be the only one who tell me that? Like exactly on the first lower high. Look, you see that? Higher high. First lower high. The first one. On the 1 hour chart. It's the first one. Because no one else has this channel and this line, and no one else can see relative strength like that. I'm trying to help. Right, so I would have said, man, like he's still a dumbass, but let me go see if how maybe he's not that dumb of a dumbass, but he might be a smart dumbass. Like that's probably what I'd be thinking. Like he might have gotten lucky, so I want to know how to get lucky like that. Like he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know. Right? I would have been thinking that. I'm serious. I'm serious. That's literally what I'd be thinking at that moment in time. And then in that video, I think I said, like, please draw this channel, or it might have been over here, because then it started hitting my lines exactly, like ridiculously. If you want to know what EMA that is, I think that's a monthly 10. Yeah, it's playing with the monthly 10. Whenever price is close to the monthly 10, it'll trump everything else. All right, so that's why it went up above my line. It hit that. That's exactly why it did. If the monthly 10 were up here, it would have been trapped under my line. So I analyze by what's in play, new viewers, which means, and have you ever heard that before? No, you haven't. It's me. Like, I'm the one who does that. Like, you won't see beautiful channels on anybody else's. You won't see origin lines on anybody else's channel. Like, a lot of this stuff, I'm a homegrown. I taught this myself by watching a few people on YouTube and realizing I don't like the way they do it, but I like to do it differently. They have a lot of good things, and I thought they were dumbass for a long time until I realized they're not. But then I created my own style after I realized they knew what they're talking about, essentially. Okay, but it took a while. It took a long time, like a year and a half or two. It's a long journey. You just got to stick with it, right? So whenever the monthly 10's in play, that's what you need to focus on. But if that's way out of play and the weekly 10 is close, that's the second, or the weekly 21. But sometimes if price is really far away, like 10% away, just get rid of them for a while. Lines work, daily 10 works, like just normal stuff. But this trumps everything. The monthly 10 is the big kahuna, even bigger than the weekly 10. It's just rare that price interacts with it. It's been interacting in this channel, but in a bull market, you won't ever see it really go unless it's the beginning of the bull market, and then it won't interact with it for a year. So it's a deep bear market line and a bear market recovery line is what it is, okay? And beginning of bull market. It's the bottom of the swoosh. So it's like it's essentially, if you actually here, it's this part of the bear market. If price was way up here, it's not the very bottom, but like it takes a long time to get down there. But it's kind of this, right? Okay. And so, okay, maybe there's something to it. And so around here, once it obviously started doing what he was saying, he made another video, and I'd be like, well, in this yellow, yeah, I had this channel here because the yellow triangle was within it, right? But let's say he didn't ask me to draw these lines until later, which I think that's true. So like, hey, these are working. You need to take the time. Please, here's how to do it. These are rotated rectangles. Here's how to change the opacity. Here's how to expand them, making them exactly parallel, all that stuff. I did it. Like I even begged, right? So I would have gone back and be like, okay, well, he just got lucky this one time, But I want to see how did he get lucky, right? I want to be able to get lucky like that. And I want to be able to do it every time. But he doesn't know what he's talking about. He just got lucky, right? And I would have allowed my ego to say face, like I got this. Like, this dude, you know, whatever. Right. So then I would have drawn those lines. And then I'd be like, hot damn, it just got rejected from that. And then I'd be like, he was 2% off. He doesn't know what he's talking about. His channel was 2% off. He's a dumbass. I don't know if I would have thought that, but whatever. But here's where we would have differed. So we probably would have thought the same thing the whole time. Here's where I would have changed my mentality. So everything you did is fine. It's not wrong to think that. It's the normal process. It's just, and what concerns me is that you come on my channel so many months later. It's like almost 2.5 months later, 2.4 months later, and like, you missed this. This is where your brain should have activated. Okay, you're not seeing opportunity. You're not. Vicious move down, followed by a vicious move up. No one else let me know of that vicious move down on the very, very first freaking lower high. Not a soul, besides that blonde dumbass looking dude who's still a dumbass. Actually, for you, wait. Oh no, it's rewind. Damn it, I wanted to go to curve race. Still a dumbass, right? Okay, he's a humble dumbass. But this is where you should have flipped. From here, violence. You're not connecting. Here's where you went wrong. You are here to make money in general. I don't give financial advice. I talk about altcoin Pokemon card trading only, not the actual price of the altcoins, right? These are represented by Pokemon cards, except for Bitcoin. I talk about real Bitcoin price for obvious reasons. Well, maybe not obvious to you. Hey, you are here to make money, and I don't give financial advice, but you're here to make money, and I'm here to tell you my thoughts on how I would do it. Keyword money, let's turn that into profit, okay? Because if you buy an altcoin and it goes up by 400% and you didn't sell, you ain't got profit, baby. You just got more money. But you ain't got profit. It's different. If you don't sell, it's going back down. You suck. Like shit, those shit billionaires or millionaires, almost none of them sold. And if they did, you weren't able to sell a whole lot of it. Right? They were a millionaire for like a hot second, like maybe a week, because they didn't sell. But they took screenshots to show you how much money I had, because it's not profit. Okay? So, but here's what you missed. You're here for profit, not for, 3 months later, it's up. That's what that is. You missing on this. But what is the equation? Profit, and here, this is where it might be a life-changing experience if you're still watching 49 minutes later. And I made it this late on, this far out on purpose. Profitability equals volatility plus predictability. Let's put PD. Profitability equals volatility plus predictability. Are we getting it yet? So, didn't I say violently down and violently up? Right? What does that mean? What part of that equation is that? Volatility. Okay? Remember how I said profit is better than money? You're here for money, but you need to switch that mentality, brother or sister. If you were a chick who left that smart ass comment, let me know. Like, that'd be cool. Like, I'm married. I'm not hitting on you. Like, nothing like that. But that's cool humor. And I don't get that a lot. That would be cool, but it's probably dude. Usually dudes leave mean humor. But it would be so much cooler if it were a lady who poked me like that. And if I knew that, I'd probably be a little nicer in this video, but whatever. So I could say I'm sorry to you if you're a girl for being such a dickhead to you. And for all the other 33% of people who like don't understand this. And that's fine. I'm here for you. Okay, so remember, profitability is what you want, not money. Profitability. So equals volatility plus predictability. 21.6 is what I said. Right there, exactly on the first lower high. Predictability. Volatility. Wait, predictability. Volatility. 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 But what you got, brother? You got money that went way down, but now it's back up. So that dude's an idiot. But what's going to happen when it slams in your face, even if it makes a higher low? You're going to have money. You ain't going to have profit, brother. You had an opportunity and you missed it. You're not seeing opportunity. So the opportunity is you have to fix your mentality, profit, not money. Money's cool. I'm not going to lie, right? You're here for profit. You have to change that. But you have to know how to get profit. You have to have volatility. Without volatility, you're holding tether. And Bitcoin actually has spent 180 days of its life stuck in a 2% range in 2018, I believe. When it was bouncing on 6,200 or whatever it was. After the fourth dead cat bounce minus the 23% 4-hour candle. Besides that, it got stuck in a 2% range for 180 days. And I think that was Richard Hart market buying because he wanted the bottom to be in because he called the bottom at 7,100, but he deleted the video because he says all of his calls are right and he's always right. So he deletes the ones. He has been right a lot, but he deletes the ones where he's wrong. I heard him say 71 is the bottom. And it went $1,000 lower, and I think he used a lot of his money, and it went straight up and slammed straight on his face. I'm not making accusations. It's my guess. It's an educated guess, and he's, probably more than 50% chance I'm dead wrong. Still my guess. And Richard Hart, if somebody ever shares, hey, this blonde, dude, I like you, man. You are the smartest guy in crypto. That is true. You're a cocky son of a bitch. Oh, you're fucking sharp. So I listen. Even though it's hard to get through some of that when you come on angry and drunk. Damn, all right, enough of Richard Hart talk. He's a good resource, everybody. Very good resource. But I think that's his candle. I'm pretty sure it is. Because his tune about Bitcoin changed right after that. He's a great source, though. Great. I've been wrong. Remember, I already said in this video, I was dead wrong, right? May of 2021. And I said I'll never make that mistake again. There you go. I'm right a lot, but I've been wrong a lot, too. All right. So let's finish up here. I don't even know what that coin is. I used to cover altcoins so much in the bull market because you all thought they were just going to the heavens. And I tried to warn you. All right. So the next time that somebody, gets a price movement right, and it's against the grain at what you want, here's what you should do. You should go back to say, you could still think he's a dumbass just like I did. Like I told you, that's okay. But learn what that dumbass did when he accidentally got things right. And then take that, add it to your repertoire, right? And then if that dumbass ever gets something right again, which is like all the time, not all the time, but a lot, especially in this channel. You can't see anymore, obviously, but I've gotten a lot of stuff right. A few things wrong, too. But until I'm out of a roll, right? I'm on a roll right now. When I get something right, sure, continue thinking I'm a dumbass, because sometimes I am. I'm blonde and male simultaneously, so life can be challenging. Women, that's a joke for you. The 5% of people watching who are women, or 4% sometimes, depending on the month. But go back and to see, what did this dumbass get right? And you can still think, he's just got mediocre TA, but this part was right. You know, something that you liked, right? Give it a chance. If I ask you to, in that video, draw something, freaking draw it. If I say, maybe you're a 1 hour guy, but I urge you to go down to the 1 minute to investigate this before flipping back. I give you lines. I tell you what time frames to view it on, even if you're not that type of person, which in a bull market you shouldn't be. It's stupid. It's kind of dumb, because you shouldn't be trading on high leverage. You don't need it. Because shit's going up 1,000% in freaking 20 days. Like, doing 11x's and stuff, or 900%, 10x. Right? So, piece by piece, every time this dumbass gets something right, like today, and like yesterday, and the video before, where I had to preface, it's not always this precise. Go back. See what I did. I'm going to be wrong soon. I can't be this precise forever. It might be a week when I start getting it wrong, but as long as it's in this damn channel, I'm not going to be too far off. Like my third most likely, like I showed you over here. So here's where I was wrong, but I offered, oh no. That's not the one I wanted to share. This one. So when it was above there, my third most likely played out because it was really supposed to be a for real, it looked like a breakout. But look what I wrote up top. Looks very real and might retest that thin red box as support before blasting around the next rally, or the next daily candle open if I could read, but it's a little small for on the screen I'm using. There's a moderate chance of this being a fake out, but it will be obvious if price goes below both red boxes. Both red boxes. Right? The third most likely. Remember what that looked like? Remember? So there's an example. Go back. Use the replay. Okay, I'm a dumbass, but I got something right. So take that tool from that dumbass, because that dumbass doesn't know how to use that tool. I want to use that for my superior TA, right? Like that's what your brain might be telling yourself. That's fine. I got it. And honestly, I do this so that one day your TA will be far superior to mine. Similar to how mine happened to the people I watched. I wish that for you. That's why I tell you, please draw this. Like I do. Like I want to learn from you. And honestly, I learn a lot from my team leaders and VIPs in my community. Shit ton. How to use a microphone. Actually, that's from a YouTube viewer. How to use the trade. How to make beautiful charts. Actually, a lot of charting specifically, and how to make it good for the user experience, the viewer experience. All right. Look, the third most likely. Remember, I said both. Oh, I didn't hear. Here's the other red box I had. It was this one right here. I think. How did I draw it? So from 1330 on the 1330, 13 right there. Perfect. Okay, so this was my box. Boom. All right, and then I had it on this right there. That was the bottom, and that was the top. Right, exactly. Perfect. Okay, and then so what I did there was I made a rotated rectangle. Here, this is something the dumbass did right. So start doing this. Don't use trend lines, use trend rotated rectangles. Because you don't have to guess. You can just wait, right? So wick high to wick high, and that one goes in the middle. So price might dance in there for a good minute, and it'll give you a whole minute to react, right? Okay. Oh, what did I say? Below both red boxes, right? What happened there? Oh yeah, I needed the EMA fill on her. Yeah, you can see. So I love the shorts. Actually, I like it when it does this and then goes, but that's still beautiful. Look how fucking precise this is. Just, I mean, please, this is the other red box. See that? I mean, the perfect squeeze of that. Like so I like to do this with a little bit more space, so you don't only have like 1 minute. Like, hey, come on. All right, you had actually 3 minutes. Okay, you had 3 minutes to short that. Yeah, I like a little bit more time like this, but anyway. But here, that line. The other line I was talking about. Right? So you could tell it, and this was red, so maybe I should make this red. Because this dumbass said it was red, right? So dumbass, make it red, right? Okay. All right, there we go. Dumbasses together. Here we go. Smartass dumbass. Smartasses dumbasses. Or, see, attorneys. Smartasses dumbass. Like attorneys general. All right, there we go. Beautiful. And then if you missed it, screw it. Here we go. Once again. Right? Especially that one. Well, I wouldn't have shorted now. I wouldn't have shorted into that. No way. That's way too hot. But maybe the lower. So after, I wouldn't have done it there either. That's a higher low. I'm scared of higher lows. So lower, even on the 15-second I am. Lower high, this, and then in the second one, see that? High, lower low, lower high, lower low, boom. Kaboom. So on that candle, I would have been market selling right there. A little bit of volume to pick up, kaboom. Like in what game? I don't play video games, but I think that's like, what is that? Halo or it's something. One of those games you kids play and young, maybe even too old of people to be playing video games all day long. Right? Go back on my videos when I get it right. Learn what I do. I do it so you can follow it. Do it. And maybe one day you'll be leaving comments on my channel about what I missed before it happens in price, because you're trying to give me a heads up. Hey man, you're saying this, but I'm seeing this. I think this is going to happen. That's where I want to get you. Regardless of who's right or wrong, I want to, like, if somebody is at that level, I like that information, because I'll say, you know what, you have a point. I will, consider that, or, ooh, that changes my viewpoint. Which is what one of my team leaders does to me a lot. It's like, she's like, you're missing the large time frames. You're missing them. Like monthly closures and quarterly EMAs, monthly EMAs besides the 10. I don't miss the monthly 10. It's like, yeah, it's the granddaddy of all indicators. And then weekly 10 is the big daddy of all indicators of all. Like, doesn't matter if it's MACD, it's the EMA, trust me. As long as you know how to use it, it's far superior. When it's in play. All right. So enjoy, learn more. When a dumbass does something right, take what he does right so you can always do right and continue doing your superior TA with better tools. Just view it that way. And one day you'll be leaving me comments like I just said. You'll help me see something that I got wrong and that I missed before it's obvious in the charts. And that's where I want you. See you next time.